points per game. Only Pitt scored more points per game among ACC teams. Quick pass to Landon King, one of their tight ends. He was sacked 4 times. That was a season high. Nate Shepard, the freshman running back Taylor McGregor was talking about, taken down by Jason Hammond. Hayes' great togetherness. Out of the pistol, Castle remains the running back, and he slams ahead for a first down. It's a nice duo. Shepard, the lead back, and then semifinalist for the Joe Moore Award as the best offensive line in the country. They give Mensa plenty of time. Shepard took the check down, broke a tackle from James Jackson, and he's near another UVA defense in Durham. Shepard has the first down. He's across midfield. Mensa hit as he throws, still got it to Barkate. Or a gain to the 46-yard line to pick up a 5. Do have some tricks up their sleeve, we are told, perhaps for later on. 3rd down and 7. Mensa rolling left, has a receiver, has a first down. Samir Higgins get it running back. 4-man rush. They get pressure on Mensa. He dumped it over the middle. And Hazley upended, well short of the first down by Landon Danley, with Castle the running back. They faked it to Castle, and it's caught for a first down at the 25-yard line. Landon King is sick. Drive. They've taken up just about half of the quarter. Nate Shepard, a nice catch. He has another Duke first down. Christian Charles, a back down. 1 second, they get it off. Mensa. That looked doomed from before the snap. He managed to get a 1-yard gain. A 9.5-minute drive. A Virginia blitz. A screen against it. Jeremiah Hazley, touchdown. All 4 have come in the last 5 games. Todd Polino for the extra point. 75 yards in 15 plays in 9 minutes. A 24-year-old in his first year at Virginia. Fake to toss, throws down the hash marks, caught by Trell Harris. So Morris on target right out of the gate. Looks for the check down for Jamari Taylor. There's a flag down. The ball's out of the end of the play. Duke has the ball. Night is to cage Morris, keep him in the pocket. He throws the quick hitter out wide to Harrison Whaley for a first down. The tempo effective for UVA.
And I like the use of tempo. You just
in second team all ACC. Whaley again behind that offensive line. Good call by Des Kitchings, their offensive coordinator, on 1st and 15, the run. They've struggled for a lot of the year on defense, particularly pass coverage. Morris, they caged him in that time and dropped him back at the 28-yard line. Wesley Williams, long field goal try for Will Bettridge. Accurate kicker, doesn't have a huge leg, and that one's no good. From 4 on the opening drive tonight. Had 5 first downs on their way to the touchdown. The collision, Samir Higgins ran into some of his own buddies, and Ethan Minter was. Darian Mensa intercepted, underthrew his intended receiver, and it was picked off by Corey Colts in the first takeaway of the game. Second interception for the freshman from Baltimore, Costner. Morris comes out rolling out on first down, fires to the sideline and caught. Legal procedure penalty against Virginia. Jamari Taylor taken down from behind, just shy of the line to gain by Aaron Hall. Really been a Lifesaver for this Duke defense. On the check down, Jamari Taylor. Nifty run after the catch and a touchdown. It's his first touchdown reception of the season. He's a very good receiver out of the backfield. 40 catches for the year. For the first time he took one into the end zone. Will Bettridge ties the game with the extra point. Given plenty of time, dumps it off over the middle for Shepard, fighting for every inch. 2 yards short of the first down. Virginia crowds the line with Castle in there. They knew he was going to get the call on third down and short, and they stuffed him. A little over a year ahead. Oh, there's a fake punt on a short snap, and Duke executes it to pick up the first down.
Properly.
On 2nd and 9, Mensa surrounded, got it off, and a nice diving catch made by Cooper Barkate. Barkate's in his first year. 113 catches for Harvard in 3 years. Here's Shepard. Dragged down by Corey Costner, the man who had the interception a moment ago. But Mensa to the right. And they give it to him for a first down. Across midfield before he got driven back. It's in those games, including the regular season finale. And they scored 49 against Wake Forest. Mensa stripped, the ball knocked out of his hand by Daniel Rickert. Duke got it back, but a big loss. Goes as a sack for UVA, their first of the night for a 9-yard loss. Mensa on 3rd and 14. Deep ball, single coverage. Diving catch made by Samir Hagan. Jaden Mayaba of USC, the only quarterbacks with more. He's a terrific deep ball thrower. Shepard stayed on his feet and scores. Nate Shepard, the go-ahead touchdown. And Todd Polino adds the extra point. In addition to here's Chandler Morris running away from the rush. They didn't cage him in that time. He got 8. Of course, the Big Ten, the SEC, and convinced the committee they're deserving of it by virtue of their victories. They have 8 against Power 4 competition. James Madison wouldn't have any, but then again, Bama, after the Tide, lost today to Georgia in the SEC Championship game. Here's Jamari Taylor, good move, and he got enough for the first down as he went 20 to go in the half. Cameron Courtney was the motion man. He's wide open at the far sideline and went out of bounds. Short of the first down. You've got 5.
More sound and fundamental on that side of the ball.
Harrison Whaley flagged down. He's down short of the first down by about 1.5 yards. Tackled by Aaron Hall, graduate student. 32 first-year transfer players, including Morris to Taylor, both first-year transfers. And a big story, perhaps undertold, Greg, around the country. There's some teams that have had terrific seasons that should be rewarded and aren't going to be because there just isn't enough room. Nate Shepard, the ball carrier. You think about the teams outside. 8. On 3rd down and 7, Mensa in trouble, got it off to Shepard, but he gets belted down with a very short gain. And Tony Elliott's run only 19 offensive plays in the half against a 4-man rush. Back shoulder throw caught. Jamal Edrin yanked down, 46-yard line, first down. Chad's here tonight. He's taking a year out from coaching to watch his son play. Chandler on target, short of the first down. Down is Trell Harris at the 49. They got 5 they need.
It's looking like man coverage from Duke.
Morris with pressure up the middle. Ball batted up in the air and it falls incomplete. Wesley Williams got his hand on it.
which is big when it comes to the evaluation between Miami and Notre Dame.
Yes, that'll be another big question. Straight ahead is Anderson Castle. Those rankings are brought to us by AT&T. 5-yard gain for Castle. Note it's going to come down to 3 teams for 2 spots. Alabama, Notre Dame, and Miami. I'm not quite as sure as you are that Alabama's definitely in. Castle for 5 yards and a first down. Mensah looking like he now wants to take a shot, forced to run. Gets to the 32. Well, Duke uses it at number 25 and think they deserve that. Again, the committee seemed to be saying, hey, Duke, even if you win, we've got James Madison ranked ahead of you, and they won. Landon Danley chased.
I think the conversation will be they should be ahead of Notre Dame.
Well, again, did they put those 2 teams next to each other now so that they could go to that head-to-head? You know, they've had Notre Dame ahead of Miami in all the rankings.
Yes, ball game.
Didn't have the ball very much. It is Jamari Taylor. Nice haul on the left side. He skips ahead near midfield. There's Taylor McGregor.
We are going to keep being aggressive. That is stop here. And if there was any criticism, Sean, he said we would like to run the football better.
Coaches will always find something. Taylor remains the running back. The view from umpire Cam. Direct snap to Taylor. They've used that over and over again to great success all season long. And the 3 receivers now to the right of Chandler Morris. Duke blitzes. Jamari Taylor ran past it. And if Kendall Johnson didn't make the tackle, could have been much more than just the first down. Forward on the field now after he was helped off moments ago. Big run. Harrison Whaley taken down at the 16-yard line. Stone back in the game to make that outside the pocket. Both numbers were season highs. It's a run for Jamari Taylor and a first down. And that's another staple. 3rd down and 14th play of the drive. Taylor dives ahead near the 2-yard line with a 3-yard gain. Luke Murgott for the 3rd quarter, and it's not finished yet. A Duke blitz. Morris scrambling for his life. Throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Nakai Bettridge missed from 45. This is from 24. And it's good. And on the 17th play of the drive, Nate Shepard gets the call on first down. Rips through the hole and has a first down with a 13-yard gain. Donovan spotted it on the 32, so a 12-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 3. Mensah deep ball for Barcade. He makes the catch. Cooper. Mensah. Lots of room. Takes the check down to Quayshawn Brown. Avoided a couple of tackles and made it to the 10. Shepard again bounces outside. And they managed to tackle him at the 8th. Evan Neal there again. They're 3 for 3 on 4th down. The draw for Shepard. Ran into a pileup. Now what do you do? 4th down's been key all night. You've had a great. He's 6 for 6 this year inside 40 yards, and now a perfect 7 for 7. We're the veteran kicker, senior from Cornelius, North Carolina, right here in the Charlotte area. Temperature down to 38 degrees now here in Charlotte, noticeably cooler. Running through the cold air in his hometown, Jamari Taylor. In a year. 3rd down and 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Harrison Whaley. They are just playing good old-fashioned power football right now. 5-yard far tonight. Blitz up the middle. Murgott apparently timed it perfectly. Morris got hit. He still fired a completion. Jamal Edrin tough to take down inside the 30.
They're very comfortable running it in this down and distance.
And they do with Taylor. He broke a tackle. And now a decision to make. With fourth down, opening seconds of the fourth quarter, a huge play. Morris going to the end zone in double coverage, and it's broken up. Trying to get it to Trell Harris. Deshaun was not sacked at all in the regular season meeting. Wasn't really even hit that much. He's been banged around tonight as they've kept him in the pocket. Nate Shepard ahead for a 4-yard gain. Nate Shepard rips through a hole, first down. You're 4 out of 10 on third down. You like their chances with Castle. First down, Duke, leading the clock now with a 7-point lead. Shepard backpedaling. And another quality gain on first down, 5 more.
To strength the schedule and scream it from the rooftops. That's the only thing that's in their favor.
Mensa, the ball's loose. And it's covered by Shepard. That was a fumble. Mensa steps away from the rush. Now he's in trouble. Throws on the run, and it is incomplete on the far sideline. A touchdown. They've had a magical season. They have a 99-yard drive in them. They take just getting back to the line of scrimmage on first down. Jamari Taylor did.
Very difficult.
Burgott again trying to penetrate. And Taylor just did get out of the end zone. UVA being very careful here. And a little bit. Out of the end zone, Morris. And it's intercepted. Caleb Weaver picked it off. Nobody there. One turnover for each team. Each quarterback's thrown 1 interception. Mensa trying to make it hurt immediately. Barcade to catch inside the 5. On first and goal, Castle stacked up. Might have even lost a half yard. Devin Neal, part of the tackle for Virginia. Ideally, they'd love to score on third down, take as much time off the clock as they can. Big collision, and Castle belted down by Jacob Holmes, the senior from Duke history. Only Ross Martin has more career points. Polino adds 3 more to his total. 310 in his career. Tulane and James Madison were ranked in the top 25 by the College Football Playoff Selection Committee this week. Duke was not. Both of those teams won their conferences. Duke, he didn't survive the ground.
Yeah, they made a point that he was an upright receiver. I disagree from that point.
Morris on first down throws for Sage Ennis, incomplete.
As fast as humanly possible.
Steps up into a clean pocket on target. Here's Cam Ross. He slips down at the 40. At least 25 points in each of the last 6 games prior to tonight. Morris throwing deep against him. Contact and a flag. Cam Ross, the intended receiver, and he got tangled up with Cam. They're at the 25-yard line. They've done it quickly. They've had the ball just 45 seconds. Going for the end zone, and that one's broken up. Intended for Eli Wood with Landon Callahan in coverage. Play clock at 2 as they snap it. Matt Austin did agree with you. It should have been interference. That one's well covered. Sage Ennis the target. Jaden Francois, linebacker, in coverage on the top. Morris pressured. Dances away from the rush. And throws it away. Did well to avoid that loss that might have taken them out. One they really have to have with under 4 minutes to go. And he made it. Right down the middle for the senior from Miami. Nate Shepard, the running back. And a tough run. He got 5, just kept surging forward. Jameer Carter at the good throw that might stop the clock on an incompletion. Yes, they will. Mensa Started to think about running. Now he's running for his life. Throws down the field. Caught! Field. That show is at noon tomorrow on ESPN and the all-new ESPN app. Anderson Castle for no gain. There is a flag down. Thrown to the line of scrimmage by the official on the far sideline. And 8. Without the penalty, they would have had to use another timeout. Here's Nate Shepard. And he went out of bounds. Out of the end zone, Morris. Quick connection to Cam Ross. He is stacked up short of the line to gain. The clock is running.
Have any mistakes from the lineman.
Morris, another short throw. The clock will stop for a moment on the first down. The completion, Eli Wood for 6. Morris with pressure coming from Williams. Another completion. Edgerrin, there's a flag down, as you see, in the secondary right by the line to gain.
More yardage here. Got 10-15 here. Start to hit the intermediate throws.
Morris in a crowd, and it's incomplete. A flag thrown. Intended for Ross. And apparently Caleb.
Big play with his legs.
They're without Trell Harris, their leading wide receiver, who injured his leg earlier. Jamari Taylor breaks a tackle. Jamari Taylor banged down short of the first down. And Cam Ross came in motion to the right. Morris backpedaling. Has a man breaking open. And it's incomplete. Harrison Whaley couldn't hang on. He was open for quite. You make sure you get the first down. That's what it looks like they're trying to do. And then a lot more. Whaley down to the 33-yard line. 19-yard. On 1st and 10, Morris incomplete over the head of Ross. Andrew Pellicciata dropped back in coverage. In the game. Morris on 2nd and 10. Rolls right, throws, sideline, lunging out of bounds. Eli Wood to stop the clock, playing more than he probably would. A 9-yard gain. They're going quickly. 25 seconds to go to the end zone. It is caught by Wood for a touchdown. The official threw his head. He was out of bounds for sure and came back in. And the magic continues. Bettridge must have the extra point. He does. Tied at 20 with 22 seconds to go. Marion Menson, the Blue Devils regroup after it looked like they had victory in their grasp. Nate Shepard on 1st down. Gets another 1st down with an 11-yard run. At the 2-minute, they've lost 10 games in a row to ranked opponents. They thought they were going to end that streak tonight. They still very well might. Nate Shepard gets them inside the 10. 6-yard gain. He's had a phenomenal freshman year. He powers down inside the 5 and down to the 1. Castle into the game. 11 rushing touchdowns. Castle stopped at the line of scrimmage. Fisher K-Mac at the bottom of the pile. Remains the running back. Play clock at 3 as they snap it. Design roll for Mensah. He's in trouble. Chased by James Jackson. Throws to the sideline for Barkey. And it's incomplete and out of the pistol. Quick snap. Castle stopped at the 1-yard line. Jameer Carter leading the way for the Virginia side, the 1. Castle stays in the block. Mensah, end zone touchdown. Jeremiah Hazley. There's a flag down way back at the 20. Season. And he still hasn't.
Great defensive play.
Another 4th down conversion there. 4th. They go to a trick play. Taylor threw it back to Morris. It is intercepted! Intercepted by Luke Mergott. Interception by Mergott.
What a play by Mergott. staying in coverage the whole way.
That's the end of the game.
For this Blue Devil team, just incredibly disciplined off the trick play. And Mergat reels it in for the biggest play of his young career.
The first interception of his career. The Cavaliers in shock as Duke wins.